I would have always said that separating them, I think I found it very difficult for the first year to separate the two of them. And it wasn't till I started doing it that I realised that they are incredibly different people. I've noticed that when I'm in drag, it's like turned into a completely different person. It's the character then that you're seeing, and it's not me at all. My name is Conor Browne. I'm 23 years of age. I'm doing my BA in Theatre Studies. I do drag on the side, and at the moment I'm working in hospitality part-time, which I despise. A lot of queer people have probably done drag for the laugh or something once or twice and would enjoy watching it and all that kind of stuff, and you know, when they're out, they looking up and they're like, oh, that'd be so much fun. But I mean, it's one thing that I definitely realised that, like, I used to love watching drag. I used to go to the George and I just used to stand on the balcony and just look down the entire time, not even go to the bar or to the toilet or smoke for the whole time. I would just stare at them and watch it and enjoy it. And I always thought, oh my God, I could totally get up there and do that. I love dancing, you know, I'm an actor, so the lip syncing might be easy. Completely different story when you actually get into the makeup, get into the heels and do it yourself. Everything has to be choreographed, everything has to be locked up tight. So it's definitely tough to do it, I will say. Fundamentally, it's an art form. It's putting on the makeup, it's putting on the heels, it's putting on fabulous outfits, and it's getting up in performance. If you look at it in all of its basics, that's what it is. And it's also a little bit of the expression of queer people's oppression. So I mean, that's not mine. You can't quote me on that one. That's my friend John's. So you know, it's all of those things, and so I really think that the door should be wide open for anyone to express themselves through drag, because it's an incredibly fun and entertaining platform to stick it to the man, for want of a better word.
Yes! How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Coco Chanel, number 5. Not Victoria's Secret. If you thought it was Victoria's Secret, you might need to get your eyes checked. Victoria is just doing a little bit of time in prison, and she'll be back to us next week. Okay?
So my name is Coco Chanel, number 5. I'm a drag artist. My home at the moment is WRIGHTS Cafe Bar and Swords, but it tends to change to what my mood and my current situation. If I was to describe myself, I would probably lean towards more kind of, like, as you can see, I'm wearing like a nice kind of classy-ish dress. Not classy by death drop and everyone sees my thanks, but listen, you know, and the pearl necklace. So, you know, I tend to mess with people's perceptions as to what they're about to see. They see this and they think, oh, she's gonna stand there and just kind of stand beside the bar. When actually I get up and I do all the moves that you just saw a few minutes ago, and they're quite impressed. So it's a perceptive thing, I think. So yeah, classy is what I would try to strive for. So I've been dancing, I've been involved in musical theatre for as long as I can remember. And like I said, I'm a theatre studies soon-to-be graduate in May. So I've been kind of dancing all my life for as long as I can remember. But you know, when you kind of start drag, I mean, you can do all your dancing moves, but I mean, you have to incorporate them into routines and make sure that they fit. So I always thought, God, I'd love to do a death drop. And I remember one day, I think I was out on a night out, and I could have been just in the drawer, and I think I just attempted it, and from then on, I swear to God, it was the weirdest thing ever. It was like, I knew for a fact that I needed to get it down, just even for me, so I knew that I could incorporate it into my routines. And one day I just went for it, and it just happened, and ever since I've been doing it. See, a lot of the stuff that I do, sometimes I try and be as dancey as possible, or I try and incorporate comedy. So I mean, my drag sister, Vocal Reaction, invited me to her queer cabaret, and I got to perform Green by Ariana Grande and like act batshit crazy, and that was great fun. But then there's also gigs where my wig had flown off, and that was hilarious. And then there was gigs where straight men were coming up to me at the bar and asking me to go home. Like, I can't possibly pick one, because every single time you do it, it's completely different. This was great though. This was definitely top 5, this gig. So I did, so because I'm in theatre studies BA, we have to do a thesis on something to do with performance or entertainment or theatre. And I thought, what better subject to talk about is drag. So my title was Drag as Authentic Expression and the Idea of Gender Fraud. So I wanted to explore what makes drag an art form and what makes drag an authentic expression. Who says it is and is it? All that kind of stuff, that was my argument. And then gender fraud. Gender fraud is a relatively new term and it didn't entirely fit. I wanted to just incorporate the whole, what does drag mean to current gender issues? So how would a trans person feel about drag and all that kind of stuff. And there's obviously examples of trans women doing drag and all that kind of stuff. And the new craze at the moment as well, bio queens, which are biological women who are doing drag, all that kind of stuff. There's always going to be pockets of people that find something offensive to them or that they don't like or all that kind of stuff. But I mean, with the rise of popularity of drag and queer artists and all that kind of gender expression, all that kind of stuff, the popularity of it and the growth of it is happening far too fast for the stigma to grow. So it outweighs itself, if that makes any sense. And that's the kind of conclusion I came to. So I mean, yeah, of course, there's always going to be some sort of negative outcome, but I mean, there's too much positive for the negative to take any sort of position, I suppose. When I do finish, I think that I'll have more time, more money and more freedom to explore it and to... I'm not really sure what the future holds for that in that regard. I wouldn't like for drag to take a back seat and just be full-time, like part-time all the time. I would love if it did manifest into some sort of piece of work that I could evolve, but I'm also open to maybe it not being a forever thing as well. You know, at the end of the day, I'm very, very open to whatever route I go down as long as it's kind of in theatre or entertainment or performance.